I am from Group 6 and I'm Maragonet M. de la Serna, and I welcome you to Contracts Made Easy. So, from my last video, we tackled about Article 1330, and now we tackle Article 1331. And this talks about mistakes. So, Article 1331 provides that in order that mistake may invalidate consent, it should refer to the substance of the thing which is the object of the contract or to those conditions which have principally moved one or both parties to enter into the contract. Mistake as to the identity or qualifications of one of the parties will vitiate consent only when such identity or qualifications have been the principal cause of the contract. A simple mistake of account shall give rise to its correction. So before we start, mistake or error is defined as the false notion of a thing or a fact material to the contract. In our accounting, we have an idea of what material means. When something is material, it means that it has significant influence. So now let us discuss the nature of mistake. Mistake may be a fact or law. Generally, Article 1331 refers to this kind of mistake. This may be due to ignorance or lack of knowledge about fact. Second, nature is substantial mistake of fact. This is what the law contemplates about. In other words, the party would not have given the consent if he had known of the mistake. And the third nature is that mistake may be unilateral, as provided in the paragraph 2 of the article. It is only when only one of the party has mistaken the material fact or bilateral. It is when both parties are in error. So going back to the article, although the provision of the article is rather long, its content is fairly simple. The article simply answers the question, when does mistake vitiate consent? Basically, the article provides the requisites of mistake to vitiate consent, and that is if it is substantial. So the requisites are first, it is regarding the object of the contract. Second, the conditions which have principally moved one or both parties to enter the contract. And third, the identity or qualifications of one of the parties. So we talked about the substantiality of the thing, but when will we know if the mistake is substantial? So we can determine this through the question, will the party take part into the contract into that contract despite knowing the mistake? If yes, that mistake is immaterial or it is not a substantial mistake. If no, then the mistake is substantial. We talk about this and the nature of mistake, which is the substantial mistake of the fact, in which the party would have not given the consent if he had known of that mistake. So this question reflects the concept of substantial mistake. Now, to have a deeper understanding, let us have an example. So first off is the mistake regarding the object. So let us say Maria needs to buy an accounting book. So she bought from Makiling. Now, upon delivery of the book, it turned out to be a finance book, and Makiling is actually selling a finance book. So if Maria knew that Makiling sells a finance book, definitely she would have not entered the contract. So second, we talk about mistake regarding the condition of the contract. So for example, Makiling delivers a book to Maria having thought Maria has the financial capability to pay soon. Basically, Makiling is selling it on account. On the other hand, Maria agrees, thinking that it is a gift, or shall we say donation from Makiling. So there's a mistake regarding to the condition in this example. So third is mistake regarding the identity or qualification of one party. Let us remember that this mistake has a condition in order for it to vitiate a contract. As the article provided, mistake as to the identity or qualification of one of the parties will vitiate consent only when such identity or qualifications have been the principal cause of the contract. So for better example, so for better understanding, we give an example. So first of the example is when it is not a principal cause. So on the first day of class, Maria sold an extra book to Makiling for profit. Maria thought that Makiling is her classmate when actually she is from another block. The principal cause as to why Maria sold the book is for profit. So the identity here is not of substance to why Maria is selling the book. So next, we have mistake regarding the condition of the identity or qualification, but in here it is a principal cost. So for example, Maria wants to donate her extra book to a classmate. Maria gave it to Makiling when, in fact, Makiling is not her classmate. The identity here is the principal cause for the consideration. Thus, this is a substantial mistake regarding the identity or qualification. This then vitiates consent. Now, there are mistake of fact that does not vitiate consent. So first off, it is a mistake regarding the incidence of a thing or accidental qualities. So for example, Juanita wants to buy a house that overlooks the sea. It just so happens that Juanita has this house which overlooks the sea, which she wants to sell. When Juanito went to the newly bought house, he did not expect the accessibility of the house to means of transportation is bad. So the principal consideration of Juanita in buying the house is that it overlooks the sea. So this mistake does not vitiate the consent. So next, that does not vitiate consent is that a mistake of the account. So first, we will discuss about the simple mistake in where we can read this in the third paragraph of the article. It states that a simple mistake of account shall give rise to its correction. So for better understanding, let us have an example. So you bought an apartment. In the document, the price is 530,800 pesos when it should be 530,000 and 300 530,300 pesos. So this mistake will only give rise to a correction by putting the correct amount in the document. So there's another kind of mistake, and that is gross mistake, and this does vitiate consent. So for example, Tito bought the apartment thinking that it is 160 square meter apartment, but when actually it is 100 square meter apartment. This mistake is gross because it is clearly apparent to Tito that the apartment is only 100 square meter. So this vitiates consent. So next, the third thing that does not vitiate consent is mistake regarding motives of the contract. So for example, Tito sold her apartment to Auntie for 300,000 pesos. His motive is to use the money to start a business. His cause or consideration here is the 300,000 pesos. This means that motives are not always the cause of the contract. Motives only vitiates the contract when the motive of Tito is to defraud Ante. So, the fourth fact, mistake of fact that does not vitiate consent is mistake as to identity or qualification. So we have already discussed this, so we move on to the next, which is the fifth, is mistake which could have been avoided. This mistake arises when the party does not exercise ordinary diligence. When we say ordinary diligence, it is the care which every prudent man takes of his own property of a similar nature. And the thing which causes it to arise next is that he has knowledge of the mistake, but he still went and did it. And lastly, or when the mistake is so obvious that no one would have done it. These circumstances do not vitiate consent. So that is all for Article 1331, and stay tuned for the next video.